When I say what is the prize, that means what do ultimately people sell back to.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo with more crypto gains. What's going on, guys? A little Polygon update for you. So I'm lying there in bed last night and I'm just thinking about things, and I wanted to get this video out. As I always talk about, the best way to make money in crypto is slow, steady accumulation and mitigating risk. So let's talk about Polygon and what's happening. All right, if you head over on the DeFi Pulse, it looks like the Polygon TVL has blown off the charts. Okay, we had literally almost a doubling. We were kind of down here at 2 billion. Then all of a sudden we almost have 4 billion. It doubles. And you're like, whoa, wait a minute. Why hasn't matic doubled? Great question. And the reality of it is we have to take a closer look at what's going on. So as you know, if there's 3.7 billion TVL, okay, and 2.6 of that is on Aave. Well, Aave is basically representing 67% of the market. Now, whenever there's a yield farm, you always have to step back and ask this question: what is the yield and what is the prize? When I say what is the prize, that means what do ultimately people sell back to? So if you deposit BNB and it yields bananas, typically people sell the bananas to get more BNB. Well, this could pose a problem with matic, because you can see the 242 million, okay, the 242 million matic only represents about 9% of the liquidity on Aave. 1 billion is in the synthetic ETH. So there's been a massive rush to stake ETH on Aave. Okay, but remember, all of these pay yield in WMatic, which gets unwrapped to matic. So in essence, you have to ask yourself, at the end of the day, what does an ETH head want? ETH heads want more ETH. Aave heads want more Aave. WBTC people want more WBTC. So it is likely and highly probable that these large deposits are simply selling their yield, which creates undue selling pressure on the matic market. If you look at it and break it out, it's about 350,000 matic a day, or about $270,000 in sell pressure. Okay, you couple that with the fact that you have a DEX on one side, QuickSwap, and you have a SEX on the other, Binance, where most of the volume is. It takes quite a bit to make the price move. And the big question right now is this a matic shakeout to shake you out of your coins? Well, if you followed my trade and got in the 30 to 40 cent range, you're 2x right now. So, hashtag better than yesterday. As I always say, don't focus on the gains that you could get, focus on the gains that you have. And the reality is, from a risk mitigation, you have a long way down to this 100-day, and even farther down to the 200-day, back down to the 46 cents. I'm not saying it's going to go there. I mean, you've got some support lines, but you need to build volume profile underneath of this for it to have a healthy, a healthy solid price. So, this could free fall. Okay, the volume is decreased, and it's looking like it's oversold, and we kind of have that seller exhaustion. But if we take this down to this dip point, this could continue to fall. 74 cents is kind of like a stop point where you should really highly consider taking some profits, if you got in on these lower levels. Now, if you got in late and bought the top, you bought it 70 or 80 cents, and we're late to the party, that's more about risk mitigation. If you got in late, you have to be willing to DCA into this if you're going to hodl. Again, you know, it's common to see shakeouts like this, and I'm not saying I'm getting shook out. Like I said, the problem is the way this farm is set up. Matic is the yield, and realistically, people are selling their yield back to their primary token, especially with ETH being so hot. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, I'm just going to flip my whole bag to ETH. So they sell all their Matic and then they go on ETH because ETH's been on a tear at 3,500. So, you know, just put that in perspective today. You know, if you got in this trade early, you know, consider taking some profits off the table. We are chopping sideways and it's unpredictable. As you can see, the volume profile built and then it's done. Now, a lot of times you'll see this declining volume and then you'll see a breakout, which is completely possible. You know, you'll get that last final squeeze and then it squeezes people out of their coins and then it shoots up and then you feel like an idiot for selling. But again, I always say focus on the gains that you have in your pocket. And right now, based on how this farm is set up, until we get other proper farms in place and proper DeFi, you know, you have to ask yourself, is Matic the prize at the end of the day, and you're hyper compounding it, or are these people selling their yield back to these other tokens? So, I mean, I kind of see that as the fundamental flaw. And I understand why they were giving out the Matic. They were trying to jumpstart the network, which they did, and it's doubled in price. So you're up 100%. Again, you know, you have to look at your levels. Don't be greedy. And, you know, at the end of the day, what did you actually lock in? So I am definitely going to consider taking some profits at this point. Again, because I got my cost average is very low. So with that being said, hope you liked today's video. As always, like, subscribe. This is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.